Hello and welcome to the Eldon House Kitchens. My name is Becca and today I will be sharing with you a recipe from the Harris family cookbook. This cookbook dates to the early 1900s and the recipes therein were compiled both by the Harris family themselves and by various members of their household. Today we're going to be baking ginger snap cookies. For today's recipe, you will need 8 cups of flour, half a cup of butter, 2 tablespoons each of ginger and baking soda, 2 cups of molasses, and about a 1/4 cup of water. We have a little extra water here on standby. If the mixture looks too thick, feel free to add more as needed. As a first step, you're going to want to take the 8 cups of flour and pour them into a rather large bowl. Then we're going to take your butter, pour that in. Next, you're going to take your ginger and your baking soda. And then we're going to give that a really good mix. If you're someone who's interested in historical recipes or you've ever tried or taken a look at one, you might notice that there are some interesting differences between them and a modern cookbook. For instance, they often don't give exact temperatures or even exact quantities sometimes, so it can be a little tricky if you're just getting started with historical recipe recreations. Okay, once this is stirred fairly well, we're going to add in the 2 cups of molasses. And the 1/4 cup of water to begin with. Looking a little thick so far, so we may end up adding a little more water. Yeah, in fact, I am going to add a little bit more. Just to show you, as you can see right now, there's still a lot of the flour and it's looking pretty chunky, so we're going to add some. Okay, once you've finished all your mixing, the dough should look something like this. It's clumping together, it's already starting to form its own ball. If you've got like little chunks flaking off or you can still see bits of the flour, just add more water. We ended up adding between a 1/4 and a 1/3 of a cup of more water. And just to warn you, you're gonna get your arm workout in today because we had to mix this for almost 20 minutes. Okay, next we are going to take a metal baking tray and just smear it with butter. And now we start to form the little cookie balls. So I've got a size like that. You can make it whatever size you want, bigger ones, smaller ones, depending on how many cookies you want to make. So I'm just going to start by rolling it into a little sphere. And then I will just gently press down to make a little cookie shape. And keep going with that process until you run out of dough. Okay, so now that we have laid out our cookies on the tray like so, we're gonna bake them. As I mentioned before, historical recipes are often a little vague on certain quantities, such as how long to bake things or what temperature. So we've decided we're gonna try to bake these for 8 to 10 minutes at 350 degrees, and we'll check in a little bit and see how they turned out. All right, so here we have our completed cookies. We've let them bake for about 10 minutes and then left them to cool. I think if you enjoy the tart and kind of smoky flavor of molasses, then you'll really enjoy these. And on that note, if you do try the recipe, please do leave us a comment down below and let us know if you like them and how it went. Thank you so much for tuning into today's video. Please don't forget to subscribe and hit the like button down below. Thanks.